as I reached out to Florabundance and Garden Roses Direct, I said, let's start the year in flower style. The whole concept here at Floral Design Institute is go big or go home. And this time, it's foam free. Let's get started. The mechanics, super simple. A large urn filled with fresh water already mixed with flower food. No foam, no netting, no armature, just water, flower food, and it's ready to work with. The base mechanics to hold it in place is going to be foliage. Some Oregonia, just giving it a cut, setting it down in. If it's harder to cut, you can always go back and just break it, set it in, and that will be the supporting structure. Grevillea, to give it a little different look, and some soft draping. All of the supporting materials came from florabundance.com, along with some accent flowers that we'll be putting in. The stars of the show from gardenrosesdirect.com. Princess Maya roses, one of my absolute favorites. And then White Cloud. And when you buy in your roses from Garden Roses Direct, you need to buy them early, because oftentimes when you get them, they're too fresh. I know that's hard to believe, too fresh. But you want them to open out to get to a really full, luxurious look. And then White Cloud is fabulous for reflexing, so that you can get a very large face to make a statement in your arrangement. With the foliage in place, it will support the blooms. So you can just give it a cut and then slide it in, and it will hold in place. Give it a cut. I'm working from a central binding point and then letting it radiate around. So it gives me a full, lush, luxurious bouquet. All the stems cross from one side to the other, which will help hold everything to place so that it makes it through delivery without any problem. Coming in with the Princess Maya, they're a little shorter, so they'll tuck in further, but they still add that color and that beauty. And of course, the fabulous scent that we all love. They're one of the most fragrant garden roses. And through. And once you have your roses in place, you can go back and start adding your supporting blooms. Lisianthus, also very long lasting, so luxurious, on trend, and bringing in that pop of soft butter yellow. For depth of color, beautiful antique carnations, going into a little bit more of that dusty peach, bringing some in towards the top, out towards the sides, and again, radiating from that central binding point. More of the Lisianthus, getting the variation in color, and more carnations, and just keep filling until you run out of flowers or run out of money. To finish, take the last bits of foliage and place them in, going as angled as possible. Crossing the stems like that will help lock all the stems in place, making sure that things don't shift as you move it around. Just giving it that little extra security to hold everything in place. Now the recipe, the roses, absolutely beautiful roses, all came from gardenrosesdirect.com. Everything else from Florabundance. You can see it's luxurious and fabulous. How many of everything? If you took our class on designing for the ceremony, you know what I've done. I worked in bunches. When you do something large, it's best just to sell the whole bunch all together. So I used one bunch of White Cloud, one bunch of Princess Maya, one bunch of antique carnations, one bunch of yellow Lisianthus, one bunch of Oregonia, and almost the whole bunch of Grevillea. I know, I'll say it for you. This is expensive, but it's important to begin the new year in flower style. Set your intention. What do you want to create? What do you want to design? Do you want to think big and luxurious? Then do it. Start the year out correctly. You'll find more creative inspiration on our website, flowerschool.com. But now, it's your turn. What are you going to create? How are you going to start your year? Whatever you do, be sure to take a picture, post it on social media, and hashtag Floral Design Institute. That way we all can see what you do as you do something you love.